not letting it up. Oh, that is sensational. Has he done enough, Foxes? Oh, that is a big spin. Right then, Foxes, let's get ready. Drivers lining up on the grid. Time then for this Canadian Grand Prix to get underway. Here come the lights.
And it's lights out and away we go!
Oh my goodness me, we've got a jump start. Blocky gets a drive-through penalty for jumping the lights. My goodness me. Oh, Ellis being swarmed at the minute. Oh, here goes the McLaren. The McLaren's round. It's a really messy opening few laps. What is happening here with the Alpines? What is going on? Oh my goodness, it's chaos. It's carnage. A little bit of rain has caused unbelievable damage amongst some of these cars. Look at what is happening here. We've got cars round everywhere. Sector 1 is just littered with car parts. Time penalties happening, but no virtual or safety car. What an opening few corners. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I am almost speechless. Do not know what to say. What on earth has happened there? People way too hot on the brakes. But meanwhile, Exotic Planes, look at this gap that he's got already. 3.1 seconds at the front of the pack. Going really careful through those final couple of corners. Agent now up into P2. Snacks is up into P3. Let's have a look then at that position change. So Snacks holds position. Ellis is the big one that misses out. He's now down to P4. Got swamped a little bit on the start, over revving the rear tyres perhaps. Mertzy misses out as well. Leroy maintains P6, but the big winners here is going to be the two Callums, Ultra and Renix. You got Mr. Renix is up by 7 spots. Ultra now up into the points. 3 spots in the Alpine. Hansen successfully retires from the race. Now, the big focus of this race has to be this man on screen. Callum Ultra needs to work his way, needs to carve a path through the pack in front of him and get up into those higher point scoring positions. It's a tough
he's
job.
He's had the championship fight in his mind as well. He's been fought hard by Callum Renix, and he's understanding that he's not going to be in this championship fight if he gets taken out. So Callum Ultra having to do some avoiding early on. He's got to be super careful because he's got to get past people that do not care about.
He thought about it. Big lockup.
He thought about it. But he's got to contend with people that don't really care about his championship ambitions.
This is it. It's a bit like Alonso Petrov. Is it 2010? Alonso getting really irate at Vitaly Petrov for what he believed was holding him up. When actually, he was just trying to drive his race and get as many points for him and that Lotus Renault team as he possibly could.
Indeed, yeah.
My goodness me, well, we'll be keeping an eye on him. Mr. Renix now gets past Toxic Fury, so Mr. Ultra's now got the Haas to contend with first. Meanwhile, look at this gap at the front. Exotic just seemingly he's on another world. He is certainly making his mark at this Canadian Grand Prix. For someone that wasn't so sure about their performance tonight, certainly making it count. That gap is now at 4.8 seconds. With Snacks, though, is all over the back of Agent. Now, with the conditions being the way they are, not going to be any DRS, so that's going to make...
Assassin's out.
Oh, and he is. Is that
That's
a
gonna be a
2-1?
VSC.
It's a VSC.
No, it's out of the BLT.
It is BLT.
The victim on the exit of the second lethal turn.
My goodness me, a virtual. Oh, it's a full safety car.
Upgraded to a full safety car, yeah.
Wow, full course safety car.
That's going to erase Exotic's advantage. This might work into Callum Ultra's hands here.
It could. There's going to be a few that are going to pit. Look to repair some of the damage.
Bring him back to the field.
Be interested to see where this all finishes up. Mertzy's in the pits. I think Fury's in the pits as well. Yeah, he comes in. He's got a front wing change. Out he goes. Wow. Okay. Ultra now up into 7th. And ultimately that pack a lot closer now. So definitely advantageous for Callum Ultra as ever. Needing to keep his nose clean and hope that things fall apart around him. Hopefully he can capitalise on any mistakes from these guys ahead of him. But let's not forget, it's a long race. 35 laps of this circuit, and it's looking like full wet throughout. Well, maybe a little bit of dry weather at the end. We will have to wait and see, but gotta be honest, that looks a long way off right now. That is some horrendous racing conditions. Lord Vader joins us in the chat. Canada in the rain is horrible. I don't think there's many people here that will disagree with you. Joey H as well, good to see you. Blocky though, unbelievable, getting a drive-through for jumping the start. You could just see it. You'll see that on the replay. You just see the car jumping out. Leroy Jenkins is loving life. Absolutely loving life. Agents now in the chat, not enjoying the moisture right now. Well, it looks like you're going to have to make do with it. A couple DNFs then. Hansen and UK Assassin out in the opening exchanges of this lap. What are your what's your confidence like in the rain, AJ? Something you enjoy, like the challenge?
Yeah, I mean, I never like sort of bigging myself up or whatever, but I have always been sort of really strong in the wet on the F1 games. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's sort of my style or something about the way I drive that kind of makes it
just seems to be
competitive in the rain. It just seems to be. It does. It just seems to be one of my strengths.
Well, I tell you what.
And I say I'm
you'll get
a lot
your
more on the
chance
pace
tomorrow.
in the wet. Oh, there we go.
Well, indeed, you guys will find out tomorrow what it is we've got lined up for tomorrow's open lobbies. Set to be something different. It's set to be a lot of fun, so look forward to that. But before we kickstart that, we are currently under full course safety car conditions. May well be in this lap. We'll be keeping an eye on it. But now that field, there we go. There it is. A safety car is in this lap. Michael Massey has spoken. So exotic planes will now become the new safety car. Start backing these cars up. Now you've got to be careful on the exit of this final corner. A little bit too much throttle, and it could be curtains. We are away. Oh, we got a spinner. Oh, who's that round? Is that Snacks? Snacks. Oh my goodness me. I was just telling you, slightly cold tyres on that final corner will do you some serious damage. What is the state of his front wing like? It's looking okay, but you may have a little bit of damage to contend with. Oh, the Haas of Toxic Fury looking a bit out of sorts. Got Toad Carrot in the Alfa Romeo, side by side. Oh, both very clean through there. Oh, Storm! What's happened to Storm? I think he's had a fight with a wall and lost. Cars trying to avoid him. Oh, this is not good. Look at the damage.
Wing damage. Oh, Snack's really struggling
Snacks
here.
is really struggling. I think his tyres Might even be overheating. He's got to be really careful. Look at this gap at the front though, already 2.4 seconds. Safe to say, I think Exotic is rather enjoying himself.
Oh, storms out.
In these wet conditions.
Another safety car.
Another safety car indeed. So, Joey, you redeemed a sound alert, but we do not have the sound alerts available when we are streaming the Bluefoxx F1 League. But that would normally play a badass and rather cool sound alert on the stream. Wow. Straight away then, Storm Twister with the DNF. I think it was just coming out of turn 3, turn 4. A little bit of a wiggle, a hefty collision with the wall, and it's caused a DNF. Less than ideal for him. Callum Ultra now up into P6. Woo! Car did not break. Apparently a little collision. Wow. Can we check Ultra's wing? Absolutely. It's looking fine. Looks all in order. Nothing to suggest.
I don't know what hazardous scene that we haven't. He clearly went through a ghosted snacks. So
looks a-okay to me.
Yeah, this has been eventful so far, isn't it? Lap 7. 2 safety cars already.
My goodness me, 3 DNFs, a little bit of moisture on the circuit, really throwing off.
Technically only 2 DNFs.
That's true.
Hansen's was obviously enforced, but
that's true. I like you say enforced, like we were playing Doctor or something. Like no, you are not allowed. Looks like we're going to get another lap under the safety car there. Normally about 2 to 3. But, yeah, you've got to wait until the safety car is safely in the pit lane. WKD Moss throwing out a host. I saw that Ultra was behind Snacks and dropping a little bit off.
Yeah, so basically I was on board with him. So basically Ultra was quite rightly very cautious of Snacks just instantly unghosting because he was right in the firing line, so he literally just took every available precaution, made sure that he was still ghosted by the time he got to him, and then put his foot down after that, which just was very just super sensible. Nearly cost him a place to Mercy, but thankfully he didn't.
Wow, we've been waiting all season long for a wet weather race, and this has certainly thrown the spice into some of these season finales. Just imagine if this is what we got next week at Portimao. Wow, what a season finisher that could be. Oh, that's a Ferrari spinning round. Mercy spinning round under the safety car. He's going to have to go back past. And Mello gets the time penalty for the collision. It seemed that there was obviously the illegal overtakes happening. Wow, Mercy under safety car conditions. It's now going to be in this lap. Look at that gap. It's 1.1 seconds at the moment between first and second.
Dare I say, I think we may be seeing some clips of that because some of those aren't going to be happy about those penalties.
No, that is true. That could be very, very interesting indeed. Right then, let's get ready for green flag conditions. You see Exotic weaving, looking to get some heat into those tyres. As ever, no overtaking until the safety car line. Through the final corner he goes. Very clean, it must be said. Look at that. That gap already 1.2 seconds as they all come funneling through the start-finish straight. The two Hasses next to each other. Mello into the pits. I get the feeling it's going to be another set of wet tyres for him. Brand new front wing as well. Look at that. We've got a guy as well up above who's indoors but with an umbrella out. Great work from Codemasters. Look at this view. That is a stunning view.
It's a nice one, isn't it?
That's a really, really cool view. Renix then, multiple warnings, a 3-second time penalty. Let's get back on board then with the race leader, Exotic Planes, 1.7 or 1.9 seconds. Agent then just struggling to put the power down a little bit here as we approach lap 10. Look at this.
Nice little train forming on the back of Ellis here. It's third all the way down to Carrot and P9.
It's really close. Yeah, this is it. One mistake is gonna hinder you so much more here at this circuit and in these conditions. The concentration on some of these guys' faces, it'd be a picture
as well. So Calamotra's got a bit of a buffer in the form of his teammate.
He does, yeah. Dutch can hopefully just...
Mercy, 3-second penalty, sneaks across too much curb.
Trying to get the place back. He's not far behind Dirt, but Dutch will no doubt play the team game here and try and give his teammate as much protection as possible, but even trickier to overtake in these conditions. You can see Mercy is trying his best, but got to be so careful not to be overzealous here. It's very easy to break that little bit. Super smart.
He knows exactly where to place his car. He does it very, very well. What Mercy can't do here, you can't get frustrated.
No.
Because when you get frustrated, you're going to brake that little bit later. You're going to try and put the power down that little bit later, and in these conditions, that can be lethal.
That's it. It is a front wing killer, braking literally a few feet past your marker board. It could mean curtains. Oh wow! Look at that.
Leroy has made the move on Ellis.
What a view! That is absolutely spectacular. I've got a lot of time for that. It is a right train, isn't it? It really is. Leroy has managed to make the move on Ellis. Is that Leroy coming to the pits? And it is. Has Leroy got some damage? Car looks absolutely fine. Leroy.
There's a couple of ways you can go.
Leroy's going inters.
You're going inters. Wow.
Oh. That is a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him.
In for intermediates as well.
Is this the change, Foxes? Is this what we're going to start seeing here? We're going to keep that tyre graphic on there. Our drivers starting to change. Assassin in the chat stating intermediate seem to be the tyre. Wow. It's going to be tricky in these opening few laps, but if you can... Oh! I told you it'd be tricky! Oh, big understeer from Leroy. He hits the wall on the exit of turn 4. Oh, it doesn't look like it's done any damage, but I'm sure he's going to feel a little bit of understeer. This is the danger. You're not going to have the same level of grip in these conditions. You're effectively driving for the conditions in 1 lap, 2 laps, 3 laps time, and being able to really take advantage of it. Let's see how Toad Carrot's doing. I mean, it's put them out of the points. P11 and P12. Let's see if any of the front runners are going to bite. That being said, Toad Carrot has set the fastest sector too, so maybe we're not far off. Wow.
Yeah, to be honest, Leroy, even though he had that little tag of the wall, him and Carrot, they're catching the pack, Blue.
They are. They really are. Is this going to be an inspired choice? Well, that being said, Snacks, the fastest lap of 22.843. That is a great pit stop from the Ferrari boys. So Mercy now chances it on the internet. There we go. Toad Carrot 22.3. So intermediates seem to be the tyre. Yeah. Who is going to benefit from this? Wow. Oh my goodness me. This could get crazy. Mello now joins them as well. Surely this lap we're going to start seeing it from these front runners. But the question is, are the guys already on intermediates? Are they going to catch up enough to throw themselves up in some podium places? Wow, we've got to wait and see. This is really good. The rain's still falling though. It still looks like the weather conditions haven't improved at all, but track conditions seemingly getting a little bit better. Bit of a racing line, a slightly drier line developing. Who's chancing it?
Exotic buries it.
Exotic's going there.
Agents in as well.
Agents in. Let's see if
they're all coming
Ellis.
in through.
They are.
They're all in.
They're all in.
First man.
Apart from Dutch. Yeah, I like that from Dutch.
Callum Ulcher's right in front of him on the road.
Do something different. Yeah, I like
different.
that.
And as you say, how crucial could this be? Because he's now going to be the lead car on the road, and his teammates' mortal enemy at the moment is going to be right behind him. How much of a job can Dutch do?
Oh, it's a really busy pit lane, and Blocky having a stop-go penalty has meant his teammate Fury has had to wait even longer to get his set of intermediates on.
But look, you got the likes of Leroy Carrot, and Mertzy. They've jumped a load of people.
They really have. They're right up there. Wow. I love it. Love a bit of drama. How long are we going to be on these intermediates, though? Not far off the halfway stage of this Canadian Grand Prix. So far, we've got Dutch Dirt leading the race. 12-lap-old wets, though, with intermediates being the tyre to be on. See how long he chooses to stay out. Exotic, meanwhile, 2.1 seconds back. A purple sector 2. That time is falling every single second. Now, is Dutch Dirt going to dive into the pits, or is he going to stay out, become a bit of an obstacle? No, he's going to go straight in. He is going to go straight in, and look at the gap that Exotic finds himself. Oh my goodness me! Oh no! Oh, Leroy! That was an unbelievably adventurous move! Oh my goodness me, he's in the wall. He's going to be able to spin it round. Side by side at the Wall of Champions in these conditions. Oh my goodness me, that is never ever gonna end well, but he's able to get into the pits. Wow. Just caught the end of that. I'm not sure if he was out braking himself, couldn't get the car slowed down. Wow. Woo. Not sure what has happened there, but is that damage? No, it's not. The car seems okay, but it is the third full course safety car. Wow. You can see it parked up there. Goodness me, our third safety car. Blocky has a drive-through. Oh my goodness me, is that speeding under safety car perhaps? Not too sure. I'm sure AJ will be able to look at the race director and find out why. But this time around, everybody is now on intermediate tyres, so the grid will look to bunch up again under these safety car conditions. And no doubt be coming in right when we're at the halfway stage. Look at this. Jeff is stating 10 minutes till dry. Now, I think that's probably going to be 10 minutes until the rain stops. The question is, AJ, how many laps in those softs do? They should be able to quite comfortably do 10 laps plus, I'd imagine.
Yeah, brand new set, you're looking at 12 or 13. Okay,
so it should just be in the window. Ideally, when they get to about lap 25 then on these intermediates, and hope that the rain is about there. Love some wet conditions.
Yeah, Exotic. We didn't say that we never had a race. We said it's been a while since we've had one. And Imola was literally like...
It's been a while.
Race
God,
3.
Was it race 2? Race 3? Imola?
Race 3.
Ages ago. That was so last year, technically. Oh my goodness.
And I wasn't there for that one, so technically, even if I did say that this is the first wet race, I hadn't been at a wet race.
So there you go. Just concentrate on the driving, Exotic, and we'll worry about the commentating. How about that?
Yeah, it shouldn't really be on AI coming in the chat when you're leading the pack under a safety car.
Yeah, fair point. Exactly that. Oh, maybe that might be a penalisable offence. That would make things rather interesting. Let's see, where is he? Callum Ulcher, there he is in P7. Okay, he's got Renix over here. A little shout out to Mr. Renix there, who is absolutely holding his own. up in P6. Every time there is a wet race, it does tend to neutralise the field a little bit. So you can really start to see who can handle the conditions, who's sort of got the best grasp of the car, and doesn't sort of necessarily rely on the favourable conditions to race in. Snacks up to P9. Let's have a look then at the penalties that are about. So quite a lot of 3-seconders. A blocky facing a drive-through, no doubt looking to take that almost as soon as the safety car is in. Get that done and out the way, and I hope that maybe another safety car, something happens that allows him to get back into the pack and try and claw his way into the points. Leroy as well, now down in P12. He's going to have a bit of a fight on his hands to get back up into the points, but he is a Bluefoxx F1 League champion. The guy knows how to race. He has to call on some of his experience and I think all of his talent for the second half of this race. Mallow down there, P13. So Exotic, Carrot and Ellis out of the top 6 so far without time penalties. How crucial are they going to be in this race? They've decided race victories in the Bluefoxx F1 League this season. It's been very, very intriguing having the strict corner cutting on, and it's made for some very, very interesting finishes. You can see the safety car is peeled off and is absolutely gunning it into the distance. It looks like Exotic is putting his foot down. Again, no overtaking until the safety car line. Everybody seemingly through that final set of corners. Oh no! Oh my goodness me! Who is that going round? Oh, I saw I think that was Snacks going round again at the final corner.
Yeah, he's not had a good day.
Oh my goodness me! No, it's not. It's all just not quite coming together for him. A stunning quali, but a race plagued with issues for him. Goodness me, Agent up there in P2. Solid drive from him so far. That 3-second penalty, that's going to hurt a little bit, even if he just about stayed and kept within the reach of Exotic. It wouldn't quite be enough, especially when you got 2 guys behind. Well, so far, no time penalties. Mertzy, the first person to dip into the 6 seconds. What's that going to mean for Ferrari in their Constructors title? If this is how the race finished, woo, that's a whole chunk of points lost for these Ferrari
Cam Rex
boys.
had a wobble coming out of the hairpin. Ultra might have a chance.
Is it going to be Ultra's chance?
He's got the
he's
overspeed.
Pushing it. Oh, does he? Oh, he's now ahead.
Far enough past.
Oh, Rennick's late on the...
out of that. That's not great.
Woo! Do you know what? I applaud that. It was a clean move, and Ultra arguably playing it extremely cautious. Yeah. Wow. Was that Ellis going a little bit deep into turn 1 and 2? Is he potentially under fire? So this is the greatness of the final few races. You got some drivers ultimately with nothing to lose. They're looking fairly comfortable in that top 10. Or they're trying to get as many points as possible to stay in that top 10. Of course, the top 10 drivers in the final standings automatically qualify for Season 4. So every single point does count towards something. But yeah, Ultra knows he cannot suffer a DNF. Just cannot happen. He has to come away with points. Oh, he's looking cautious and cagey, isn't he?
If things stay as they are and Exotic wins, Callum Ultra, I think, needs P6. Otherwise, the title run is over.
Wow, so the title could be won here. AJ, no doubt, doing the maths, but we could see unofficially
Yeah,
a driver's world champion crowned.
If Exotic wins, but doesn't get the fastest lap, Callum Ultra needs to be P6.
Okay.
Carry on the title fight.
And who currently has fastest lap?
Mercy has just taken it back off Exotic.
Wow.
If Exotic gets the fastest lap, Callum Ultra needs to be P5.
Wow.
Take the title
Pressure's
race on.
The pressure is on Ultra to be making up some positions here, and these are not the easiest of conditions to be able to start making some moves. And the thing is, with that risk, and now he gets a time penalty.
Oh, didn't need that.
There's that risk coming into it. Really didn't need that. Now this is the thing. Depending on the outcome of this race, as I say, it will be an unofficial World Championship for Exotic. The reason for that is there are naturally penalty points applied at the end of every single race. There are clips to review and I say those penalty points to dish out. We cannot say for certain that something may not happen in that final race which could be worthy of a 10-point deduction for Exotic Planes and drastically change the outcome of the Drivers' Championship. But Exotic's got a solid opportunity here to arguably get arguably two hands on the trophy, but not able to quite lift it just yet. My goodness me, was not expecting this to go this way at tonight's race.
It goes back to quality, doesn't it?
It
goes
does,
back to that matter of millimetres that the game deemed Ultra to be too far over.
This is it. Is that what is ultimately going to boil down to? I think when Ultra looks back at the season so far, it's qualifying that has let him down. His race performances have been spectacular. But you combine that performance with starting higher up the grid, a lot more points on offer and on the table. So, LS going a little bit deep there. I'm sure both the Callums are going to be interested in a fight. I don't know, the gap is still half a second, seemingly enough at the minute. Mercy again. Now the first driver into the 9 seconds worth of penalties. Exotic takes back the fastest lap. Needs every point possible. Every point possible. He needs the full 26. Chopping and changing are these two for the fastest lap. This gap now at 5 seconds between P1 and P2. Just 15 laps separating. Blocky on softs, or he was on softs. Looks like he made a bit of a mistake in his call to the garage. Now finds himself a lap down. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. I was not expecting that. I mean, it is again a bold strategy, but I'm not quite sure how much that would pay off. Gotta be honest though, rain is starting to get a bit lighter. They did say about 10 minutes, so we're looking about lap 25, 26.
And I'm just got another run at Renix.
Oh, side by side.
Renix doesn't give it up.
It's job done. If you have DRS there, it's absolute job done. He just needs to try and stay with him, use every bit of ERS that he's got available. This is tough. What must be going through this man's head right now? Callum Ultra set at the moment to be finishing a 3rd consecutive season in P2. So
not even that.
close.
It's just the frustration of what he's having to deal with here. He just can't afford to get his elbows out. He can't afford to risk any form of damage.
This is it.
And I'm not going to lie, if I'm sat in that Alpine seat inside that helmet, I'm spitting. There's not really a lot you can do about it.
The rain has stopped. There's a yellow in sector 2. That looks like Dutch dirt round. It is. Dutch dirt is on
yeah.
mediums.
Ooh,
That's
car.
why. Safety car. He's got no front wing because he's on medium tyres.
Exotic stays
the
out.
rain has stopped. Now we'll end. Agent Pitt. I think
Carrot
this
Pitt.
could be an inspired decision. I really do. I think medium tyres from here. It's what they're going for. If you can control it. Oh, is that Toad Carrot going out on new medium? New inters. Did he not?
New inters, yeah.
He goes out on new inters.
Ellis is carried on. Callum Renix has carried on, and Callum Ultra have carried on. Mello carries on as well. So just snacks.
Fury on hards. Wow.
Yeah, Agent's taking the risk with. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have chosen hards. That's a very bold strategy, Cotton.
Okay.
Arguably, yeah, softs might be the play, but to say
Fury
they're the
chose
ones
mediums. Apparently, our survey says.
Yeah, softs obviously generate the most heat, quickest. So yeah, I'm surprised to see not a few more soft choices, especially when we're sort of 12 laps from the end. That's their lifespan.
It's thereabouts
in the dry when they're being punished. So
I must admit, I don't think mediums is a bad choice. Just
it's a safe call, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a slightly safer bet, but it's Agent in the driving seat right now.
It depends how quickly this track dries, isn't it?
I mean,
if it depends on how many laps they've got to be careful for. If it rapidly dries,
this is it.
In the money.
I mean, Dutch Dirt is now on softs, and he's quite far back. It's going to take him a while to catch up to the safety car pack, and if the safety car is going to be staying out until the pack regroups, which it tends to, I think we're arguably going to get enough of a dry line. I really think Agent has made an inspiring decision here.
A real winning decision, yeah.
Whoa! I love it! What an interesting final 10 laps. We're going to get another complete switch up in this race just when we were starting to get comfortable with what was going on. Oh, who knows who's going to be finishing where? What has Ultra done? Does Ultra take a gamble? Do they all take a gamble and come into the pit lane?
I think if you're in Ultra's position, you can't. Like he's
now really?
He's 3 cars away from Exotic. Yeah, he's 3 cars away from Exotic Blue. Like no matter whether they finish, whether it works out for them and they end up 1 and 4, whether it's them further down. Arguably, if they're further down, it's better for Callum Ultra because he loses less points. But in his position, what he can't afford to do right now is make the change to dries. All of a sudden, it turns out to be the wrong tyre, and Exotic still up the front with nothing to lose. If I'm in Callum Ultra's position, knowing that, kind of a little bit of a damage limitation mode, and knowing that I've got to be a few cars with an Exotic, I do exactly what he's doing. I'm just making the call of what Exotic does.
I don't know. I chance it. I chance it just because right now you're almost cemented on for P2 in this championship, and ultimately right now the decision is going to be the turning point, and it could end up being a season and championship deciding decision. And I think to some extent he's got nothing to lose.
When to do it though, I think it was he had to pit with Agent and that he had to go as soon as the safety car was called. I think as soon as he let the train form up, as soon as you give it a couple of laps to think about it, you don't really want to be putting yourself at the back. Yeah,
it does look a little bit greasy.
And Agent just comes in, he's not sure. He's Callum Renix, I don't know what is up with you, but you need to sort your life out at the moment in terms of your connection or your AI. I don't know what you're doing.
I would not AI if I was you, Mr. Renix. I would drive that car because you are right in the midst of a championship battle. You do not want to be a factor in deciding that. Put your foot down Oh my God!
It's looking very, very dry, Blue. I'd be very surprised if the drivers haven't had the DRS.
Well, we haven't seen the alert yet.
Well, we're not on green flag racing, so we won't see it. But I would imagine they'd have seen the DRS, the DRS enabled message by now. It is looking bone dry.
Oh my goodness me! Oh, all eyes on this Ferrari right here. Oh, this! Oh my goodness! I don't know what is going to happen here. I really do not know what is going to happen here. I get the feeling that some of these cars are going to be coming straight into the pit lane. Yeah, they are. They are. They're all diving in. Ellis. Oh, the Callums. What a call from this man right here. Fresh agent has made one of the most clutch decisions.
Look who's in second.
My goodness me, it is a Ferrari 1-2 with 10 laps to go. It is dry, the inters are off, and these boys have made the decision to box, put on the medium tyres, knowing they're going to go to the end more than comfortably. And in the time it has taken that safety car to come in, wow, unbelievable. Exotic now down to P6, Ultra is
what
P9.
It has allowed these guys to do though, what it has allowed these guys to do is bolt on softs. So we've got Exotic on softs, Dutch is on soft, Toxic, Ultra is on soft, Carrot's on soft.
Oh my goodness me,
but
now
Exotic's now fighting. He's found Ultra's teammate Dutch is doing the job here.
He's trying it around the outside here. Oh, little tap.
Oh, Dutch parked it on the wet.
Dutch is on
contest. Exotic's going to get him. Oh, no, Dutch is on soft. Sorry, it looked like there was a blue line there, but look, Exotic's he's not gaining blue.
He's not gaining at all. No DRS yet. He's going to have the better exit there. Oh, Exotic had to understand he was. I know, he's way too eager here. And this is arguably not even his corner. They're going to be side by side. Oh, is that for? Oh, my goodness me. Talk about making it stick. Wow. MK2 Ellis, though. This is where things are going to start to get interesting, though. Look at the time penalties at the top. Oh, what's happening here with Ellis? Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I am just hearing a load of wheel banging happening in this little group here from P4 down to P8. What is happening here? Oh, Callum Ultra. Oh my goodness me. It's Dutch. I think Dutch again playing the team game and trying to give his teammate Ultra a chance to have a go at Renix. Ultra needs this. He needs this, but the thing is, Dutch Dirt can't be too close because he's going to need to get past both of them. Oh, I think Renix is going to get the move done here. Oh, it's side by side. Oh my goodness. That was way too close for comfort. I think Dutch is going to be letting Ultra go past. He does indeed, once again, phenomenal teammate in Dutch Dirt here doing I mean,
no signs of
Renix are unbelievable here. Look at Mercio, 15 seconds worth of penalties. Really,
Renix not showing any form of mercy through that last corner. I don't think he's not.
I just
blinked.
Wow. Oh my goodness gracious me. Snacks with a time penalty, but 15 seconds. I mean, that stands to put him so far down. My goodness me. Hang on a minute.
What Dutch?
Just hang on a minute. Is Fury potentially in line for a victory right now?
We come down to penalties. He's got quite a bit of a gap between himself and Leroy, but yeah, Mercy's on 15 seconds of penalties.
I mean, this is it. I mean, Leroy depending on what Agent does.
So, right, so wow. Now he's got the DRS. He is finally past Renix, and I can imagine that
feels good.
Choice words.
I was sort of relieved for him. Wow, what a stunning fight though from Renix.
Before we realised about Toxic, Dutch has done his job here. What he's done, there were 5 cars between Exotic and Callum Ultra. Now Callum Ultra is right behind Exotic. Dutch has done the team game.
Wow.
I think he'll be getting a beer off Callum Ultra.
My goodness me. Just incredible. We spoke a little bit earlier on in this race, and indeed on previous races, the importance of teammates. More and more they're starting to communicate in the races and in qualifying with some slipstream runs, just trying to help each other out. And again, the back end of season 3, that communication is vital. Dutch Dirt, a phenomenal job for his championship contending teammate. Look at these guys. I know there's a gap of about 3.7 seconds, but it's fantastic. These guys stand a chance of finishing right next to each other. Exotic, though, gets the move done on Mr. Fury. Still a bit of a way to go before he starts catching up to these guys at the front. Exotic holds the fastest lap at the minute. AJ, I'm sure, has got his calculator out with a pen and paper, trying to work out some of the scenarios that could happen here. Certainly, as it stands, it will go down to the final race in Portimao, which, let's be honest, is what we all want to see, isn't it? It is exactly
what I was saying earlier. Like, for Callum Ultra's point of view, the damage limitation, all he needed to do was make sure he was within sort of 3 or 4 cars of Exotic. Then he's basically covering all the bases. Even if Exotic can close the gap and win based on the time penalties, Ultra is threatening to do the same. And I say, with Mertzi on 15 seconds of penalties, Callum Ultra is guaranteed at the moment to be in front of him. At the moment, he's on course to be in front of Leroy as well. So the worst comes to worst, even a podium for Callum Ultra is not a disastrous. It's probably a really good outcome, considered where he was.
He needs to get past Fury.
The important thing is that work from Dutch to eliminate those 3 cars between Ultra and Exotic, and that has really helped Callum Ultra out.
Fury now gets a time penalty. That helps out Callum Ultra's bid. So now if he does get past him, it will count. Snacks now takes the fastest lap. Leroy with more time penalties. If you were Mertzi here, we're on board with him. Potentially do a little job and try and help Agent out a little bit here. Gift Agent of a first victory.
I mean, with Exotic charging up, Exotic's got he's about 7.5 seconds, so the buffer to Agent's only about 1.5 here. So don't be surprised to see Mertzi go, let Leroy go, and then literally try and park the bus in front of Exotic and let Agent get the gap.
He's having a little weave and doing his best to hold Leroy up. Leroy, oh my goodness me. Oh, Leroy tried it around the outside. That is some stunning moves. It's ended up in some more penalties for Mercy. Oh, they're side by side. Leroy now into turn 1, turn 2. Oh, it's a little tap. Oh, they just hold on.
The cars went to room and the curve slid Leroy off.
Things you love to see.
This is the thing. Say, Mertzi doesn't have to be the car to hold him up. If they're battling, Exotic's got to be super careful trying to come through. Ultra is right on the back of Fury as well, so he's kind of nullifying again where he can lose out to Exotic. This might help. Mertzi might be fighting Leroy hard here in the hope that he can hold him until Exotic shows up. Because obviously it's going to be a lot harder to get past 2 battling cars than it is 1 defensive car. But obviously Mercy's going to get the DRS down this back straight. Exotic not too far away now, about 1.5 seconds, still outside the 6 seconds of Agent. And you've got to think that, I say, it's make or break, isn't it? It's all going to be dependent on how quickly Exotic can clear these 2 cars.
These two going at it again through that final corner. I think Leroy's sending it right round the outside. I mean, that could be interesting to see on some replays. Oh, Mellow Cover now gets a time penalty, but that gap is now 5.5 seconds. So Agent is in with a shout here. of taking a first ever victory in the Bluefoxx F1 League.
Yeah,
Who
so
had this down?
The gap to Exotic is about 7 seconds at the moment.
Thing is, though, he needs to push, but he cannot push the limits. Oh my goodness me, this is pure tension, and I absolutely love it. We've all been there, chat. We've all felt pressure in an online F1 race at some point.
If you're Exotic, what you don't want to do is go for... This needs a little bit of maturity, this situation.
It does.
Is it disastrous if Agent wins?
No, it's not.
Is it disastrous if you try and get involved with Mertzi and Leroy and give Callum Ultra a big point swing?
He's got to be so careful here.
Exotic here, I would not go for a move that's anything less than 100% on.
Oh, and he's now hitting Mertzi. Oh my goodness me! What is he doing? He is at risk here by getting involved fully in this battle of losing
this is madness for me. Honestly,
a drivers' championship.
I would sit there. I would not have any form of risk here.
Wait for the DRS, if only if it's an obvious move.
I literally just said it. If I'm in Exotic's helmet, I'm not taking a move that's anything less than 95% on.
Absolutely not. And especially with Ultra right there, you cannot win the championship from here. It's going to go down to the final race.
Oh, it's going to, yeah. 100% it's going to go down to the last race.
Oh, so this is where, as AJ says, that little bit of maturity is going to come into it. He's going to get the DRS here. Is it going to be a cut and dry move? I mean, Mertzi has the DRS as well. No, I think he thinks better of it. Realises he's not going to get that overspeed.
Maybe Exotic's listening. He had a big old lift there.
He did, and this is it. With Ultra 5.7 seconds behind, a final lap then for Agent to hold on and not push the track limits. He is 13 corners, something like that, away from what would be an unbelievable race victory. He dared to jump into the pits during a safety car and stick on these medium tyres whilst it was still raining. It stopped immediately as he started to exit that pit lane, and as the laps went on, it became more and more an inspired decision. That gap at the minute is 6 seconds to Leroy. Wow, who would have thought this at the beginning of this Canadian Grand Prix? Here he comes then to the line.
I've been waiting so long to say this. Fresh Agent wins in the VFL.
Unbelievable. Leroy, though, is going to grab a podium in Season 3. Exotic play. No, he's not. No, Callum Ultra pips him. Oh, my goodness me. Both championship contenders do end up on the podium. Leroy then pipped to P4. Fury P5. What a result from him. Look at the gap to Ellis in P6. Oh my goodness me! Round of applause! What a race! What a race!
Oh my word!
Callum Ultra, driver of the day.
Quite rightly so. That, dare I say, that was one of the Callum Ultra. That was one of the most mature drives I've ever seen. I won't lie to you. I was on board with him for a lot of that, and that is maturity beyond his years. The amount of times he potentially had to save his championship by making what is a very difficult decision when you're a competitive racing driver. That is maturity beyond...
Unreal.
Oh,
that is
incredible.
Unreal. Wow, a maiden Bluefoxx F1 League victory then for Fresh Agent from P5 on the grid. Makes the most stunning of pit stop calls. Exotic Planes, though, finishes P2. Callum Ultra from all the way on from P12 on the grid. What a drive. Leroy as well, right up there, showing why he is a Bluefoxx F1 League champion. Fury as well, what a result for him. P5, where has he been all season? Let's not forget, some stunning overtakes from Callum Renix. He finished P11, but my goodness me, stunning from him. Snacks gets the last point and the fastest lapper, 111.182. What a race.